All right. So we have our recording started, and now I'll just share my screen. Okay, I hope you all can see the screen. Just put a thumbs up or just let me know yes in the comments so that I know it's working for all. Okay, I can see a few thumbs up. Nikit, thanks for that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is going to be one of the most exciting sessions I have ever conducted. I have been teaching AI since the last 8 or 9 months now. Ever since ChatGPT came out, I myself went ahead and took a few courses online, and I was really amazed by the way that it has impacted my productivity and also the way in which I'm able to carry out all my business tasks. So I also started teaching this in partnership with other companies. And since the last 4 or 5 months, I started doing this as a solo thing. And I also take a lot of ChatGPT and AI courses. So feel free to message me after the session is over if you're interested to learn more. That said, today we'll get started with our community session 5. We started this like about 1 month back as a part of a community. And this is session number 5. Okay, so today is really going to be very interesting, primarily because GPT-4o came out. And everyone on Twitter and LinkedIn has been just talking about this since the last week. People have tried out so many interesting use cases and different methods to experiment with vision and the other capabilities, and we are going to discuss all of that so that you can also apply all of this after the session is over. All right, okay, so basically let's just get started with the basics and then we'll see some very interesting demos. Okay, so GPT-4o was released, and O actually stands for Omnier, which means they work on a combination of text, audio, image, and it has become very human centric. Okay, and it basically acts like you're talking to a human. It really does not feel like it's a big difference right now. It's actually come to that stage. Okay, so we'll see a few interesting capabilities, and I also have some live demo prompts ready for you that I'll be showing you. All right, so it gets very interesting. Just feel free to unmute and ask any question you have at any point of time, or you can also use the chat box available. Okay, all right. First, I'll just get started with how the new interface looks. Okay. Okay, so this is basically how the new interface looks. The best part about this is that GPT-4o is free for all users. So you don't have to pay $20 like last time. And if you're paying, you basically get a lot more users than the regular users. Okay, it's 5 times if I'm not mistaken. But that's the best part of GPT-4o. So even right now, if you have if you have the ChatGPT app in your phone, feel free to experiment with it. It's a very simple sign up. Just sign up with your email ID, and this is the interface that appears. So they have made a few changes right now. Earlier, you had all the settings on the bottom left. Right now, it's here on the top right. And I'll just show you 1 or 2 important things that have changed, and then we'll get started with the demo. Okay, so basically right now, there are multiple voice options available. So ChatGPT can speak to you in all of these voices. This is in the alpha version right now, so you won't really have access. I think it might be out in the next few weeks, but you should be ready by then. So I'm just showing you what all is changed. Okay, so basically you have a lot of voice options. So ChatGPT can like give a different male voice, different female voice, and different other types of voices as well from the list provided. Apart from that, you now have a builder profile. Okay. So those who've been a part of my ChatGPT course know what GPTs are and how to build them. Right. So basically, if you've built your own GPT, and it's like it takes 2 minutes to build a GPT. Okay. Let's say you've built your GPT and you want to promote it on your website or on social media. So you now have the option to add all of these links right here, and it can be integrated with your website directly as well. Okay, so basically just an additional set that you can try out, and it'll just give you more visibility. If more and more people are using your GPTs, they'll also be able to connect with you across all social media. All right. These were a few major settings updates. Now we'll get started with a very, very interesting prompts. Okay. So, so I have these 3 demos ready for you. Turn a simple sketch into a website. Okay, I remember during the ChatGPT course, people used to ask me if I upload a sketch, will it convert into something else, like a painting or something else? All of that is really possible right now, and it's become much better. We'll see a very nice demo. I'll just copy the prompt here. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll basically give a sketch to ChatGPT. I'll just show you what that sketch looks like. Okay, let's say I have a website idea in my mind, and this is a very random sketch I drew on a piece of paper. Uh, what ChatGPT can now do is very accurately give me the entire code for my website just based on this sketch. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll upload this particular image that I had. I'll say, I just have this one line prompt. Okay, generate HTML, CSS, JavaScript code to create a website based on the sketch. That's it. So you see, it's doing the magic right now. And it's gotten really, really better at all of this. Okay, so you see all the different form labels that I had, like name, last name, and all of that. It's actually given me over here. So it's really cool, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so basically all the script is ready here. Now I don't even need to hire a separate web developer. I mean, there might be a few areas where I might need their help, but most of this can just be done by one single person. Okay, so this was one prompt that I found really cool, and it just keeps on getting better. Okay, yes, Bente.
So, so put this code into, for example, WordPress.
Sorry, I can't hear you properly.
Oh, sorry. And then you put this code into WordPress or something like that.
Yeah. So you can ask ChatGPT. Okay, now I have the code ready. How do I go ahead and create a website from scratch? WordPress has a lot of options. Like for example, WordPress has a lot of templates that are ready made. But if you want to stylize one part of your WordPress profile, then you can go ahead and put customized code. So you can definitely put that in WordPress as well. Yes. And if you're confused at any step, simply ask ChatGPT that, okay, now I don't know how to build a website. Could you guide me step by step? So it'll do that for you. That's the trick I follow for most of the things where I'm unaware of how to use it. Okay, so that's there. All right. Now it just keeps on getting better. Okay, so I have a sample Excel sheet ready. I'll just show you what it looks like. This is a sample Excel sheet I prepared just for the sake of showing you how the prompt works. Okay, very simple. I have revenue in crores, month-wise split. Okay. I'll upload this Excel sheet. And I remember this was a widely asked question during my ChatGPT course as well. Like, I have a lot of data to analyze. How do I analyze it? We tried this as well with ChatGPT that time, and it gave errors a lot. So now it has really gotten better. Okay. Okay, so you see, I just uploaded that Excel sheet, and now I'll say, create a line graph to show month-wise revenue. Okay, like it could be a bar chart, or it could be... Wow, it also did this automatically. And you see, it's analyzing right now. So it's showing you the steps also. Let's see. Okay, it's doing all of this at the back end, right? And it gave me the entire chart. Like, how cool is that? And the chart is also like, it's visually appealing. It's not some very badly drawn chart and stuff like that. It has these proper namings. It has, even the line is like smooth at places. You can also do a bar chart and different things. All right. So analyzed, if you just click on that analyzed button, you'll get what is going on at the back of the mind of ChatGPT. So it has used matplotlib library from Python, and it has done all of this backend calculation, if you're interested to check out. And then you literally have an option to download the file as well. So you don't have to sit and waste time in creating spreadsheets and creating graphs for your business presentations now. ChatGPT will do all the hard work for you. And you simply can download this and put it in your presentation and showcase it. So it gets very interesting. All right. So this was one that I found cool. And the third and the last demo that I've created. Okay, it can analyze the stock market, and it has gotten really good at this. So if you saw the OpenAI demo that they did focus a lot on data analysis and coding. They also have their own they also have their own application for your desktop right now, which is not available, but which will soon be available to everyone. Okay, I'll just go to TradingView. Let's analyze some stocks. Okay, for now, I'll just do Apple stock. Okay, so what I can do is I'll just go to the 6 months chart here. Okay, I'll just copy the prompt that I have. I'll show you what it is. Give me a minute. I'll go to a new chart. I'll take a screenshot of this entire chart. And then I'll just put it into ChatGPT. Just drag and drop. Okay, so my prompt will be analyze the last 6 months of Apple stock and give me an overview of bearish or bullish signals. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it has done a very nice analysis. It has shown the uptrend starting from mid-April, higher highs and lower lows, bearish signals, additional observations. It has shown considerable volatility over the last 6 months, which is true. Okay, so the conclusion, overall, the recent trend appears bullish with strong upward momentum and increased volume. However, caution is warranted and all of this, which is very cool. I mean, again, like, because finance is involved here, I wouldn't recommend 100% relying on this data. However, it would be a good way to just add on to your research for investing in stocks. And you can do this for any other stocks as well. Okay, like I just went to TradingView, which is a free website, and I could take any stock. I just took a screenshot of the time period I wanted in, which is 6 months below, it's mentioned there, and I simply asked it, bullish or bearish. So yeah, it can do all of this now, which was not very accurate in the previous ChatGPT version. Okay. Yeah, now we'll move on to the very exciting updates that we have seen. But before that, just let me know in the chat which of these 3 demos you like the most and you feel that you'll try out in your own journey. Just let me know in the chat box. 1, 2, or 3. All of them, great. Awesome. What about the others? 1 and 3, okay. Great. Keep it coming, guys. Let me know. By the way, all of this, even the prompts and all, it's all available in this presentation. So if any one of you is interested, I'll share this link with you later. Okay, Pankaj, all awesome. Great. Sanika says demo 1 is great. Sketch to code, interesting. Sakshi says 1 and 3. Awesome. Okay, great. Now we move on to all of the stuff that is going viral on Twitter and on LinkedIn. But before we move on to the OpenAI stuff, I just have this very interesting update by Apple, and my mind was blown. I think this update for me was more interesting than the OpenAI update. That's why I placed it first. I'll just show you what it is. Okay, Arya says 1. Awesome. Okay. Now your mind is about to be blown because Apple just released something. They said that now you can control your iPad and iPhone just with your eyes. You don't even have to tap or move your fingers across. And all of this is done using AI. Okay, let's see the demo. Guys, can you hear the audio also from this? Okay, perfect. Okay, so Apple introduced eye tracking. This will be available in iOS 18, which will come in a few months. And it is mind-blowing. Okay, so I'll just full screen this and show you. Okay, this is really mind-blowing stuff. Okay, so yeah, so basically now using AI, you can actually do all of this, and it's also very useful for people who are disabled in some way. So amazing update by Apple, and yes, this was one interesting thing I wanted to show you before all the OpenAI stuff. Did you find this interesting? Just type a boom in the chat if you found this interesting. Yes, type a boom in the chat if you found this interesting. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Now we are moving on to the chief guest of this presentation, that is GPT-4o. Okay, and there are, I think, about 10 or 15 videos that OpenAI has released on their own website. So I'll just show you where you can watch it later for further inspiration. Okay, go to OpenAI GPT-4 and yeah, and you'll find it all over here. Okay, so all of these videos, just go right and left and you'll find it all here. I think it's all very good for inspiration and for all that's possible with this, but I have shortlisted 3 or 4 out of these, and I'll just show that to you. Okay, basically what GPT-4o can now do is, if you just point out your camera and if you open your camera and show what's going on in the environment, it will be able to actually analyze what's going on in real time and give you immediate feedback on that. So let's see how that works.
Is the king in residence at the moment?
Yes, it looks like the king is in residence right now. The royal standard flag is flying above Buckingham Palace, which is a signal that the monarch is present. How exciting to be there while the king is home.
Try and tell me exactly what they're doing right now, please.
Right now, the ducks are gently gliding across the water. They're moving in a fairly relaxed manner, not in a hurry. Occasionally, one of them will dip its head under the water, probably looking for food, and then pop back up.
I even know when a taxi is coming with its orange light on. I think I'll hail it to get home.
Yes, I spotted one just now. It's heading your way on the left side of the road. Get ready to wave it down. Great job hailing that taxi. It looks like you're all set to go. That's a good dog right there, leading the way into the taxi. Safe travels.
Okay, so you see, it was all real time. It did not even have to spend like a few seconds to think and analyze what's going on. Just the phone was pointed, camera was pointed towards the environment, and it was able to analyze that in real time, which is some mind-blowing stuff. And the audio part of it is right now available on your phones. The alpha version is available. I just checked some time back, but the vision is not yet available. It'll be available very soon, but you can do all of this now when that's out, and it's all for free. Like, that's the most interesting part. They also really focused on this part, that GPT-4o is free for everyone. Okay, so definitely try this out when it comes out, and let me know in the WhatsApp community that I've created where you try out something new. Okay, so this is mind-blowing because now two AIs can actually talk to each other. Okay, let's see this quick demo. Okay, for everyone who doesn't know, ChatGPT app is also available in your iPhone and Android. All of this can be tried out over there very easily. So do experiment with that as well. Okay, now let's see this demo. I believe it's 5 minutes, but we won't go through the entire thing. Let's just see the initial minutes.
Today, we're going to try something new. I'm going to let you talk to another AI. This AI is going to be able to see the world. It's going to have a camera. I'll be holding it. And so you can direct it, you can direct me to ask questions about whatever you want them to do, but really try to figure out what does it see and ask questions appropriately. How does that sound?
Well. Just when I thought things couldn't get any more interesting. Talking to another AI that can see the world? This sounds like a plot twist in the AI universe. All right, let's do this.
All right,
I'm ready to
please
meet the...
pause for 1 moment.
You got it.
Now that first AI can't hear anything. Hello, AI. Today, you're going to have access to see the world. You can see me. What do you see?
Hello. I see you're wearing a black leather jacket and a light colored shirt underneath.
Great.
You're in a room with some unique lighting.
That is all correct. Now, what I'm going to want you to do is there's going to be another AI who's going to talk to you. This AI is not going to be able to see anything, but can ask you questions, can ask you to move the camera, can ask what you see, and your job should just be helpful. Just be as punchy, direct, describe everything, do whatever that AI asks. How does that sound?
That sounds interesting. I'm ready to help out and describe whatever's needed. Let's do it.
All right, let's get started.
Great. Hello there, new AI friend. I'm O, ready to explore the world through your eyes. What are we looking at today?
Hi, O. We're looking at a person wearing a black leather jacket and a light colored shirt. They're in a room with a modern industrial feel, with exposed concrete or plaster on the ceiling and some interesting lighting. There's also a plant in the background, adding a touch of green to the space. Anything specific you'd like to know or explore?
Hey there. Sounds like quite the stylish scene. I'm already intrigued by the modern industrial vibe. Let's start with the person. Can you tell me more about their style? Are they doing anything interesting, like reading, working, or interacting with the space?
The person has a sleek and stylish look with their black leather jacket and light colored shirt. Right now, they seem engaged with us, looking directly at the camera. Their expression is attentive and they seem ready to interact. The setting around them, with its modern and industrial design elements, adds to the overall stylish feel. They might be getting ready for a conversation or a presentation, given their direct engagement with the camera.
Sounds like we're in for an intriguing interaction. I'm curious about the lighting you mentioned. Could you describe it a bit more? Is it natural light, or are we talking unique fixtures or colors that add to the atmosphere?
The lighting here seems to be a mix of natural and artificial. There's a noticeable bright light overhead, probably a fixture, casting a focused beam downwards, which creates a spotlight effect. This adds a dramatic and modern feel to the scene. The rest of the room is lit more softly, possibly by natural light filtering.
Did
their
anything
ambient light sources.
unusual happen recently?
Yes, actually. Just as you asked, another person came into view behind the first person. They playfully made
So you see, it was able to identify that another person came behind the first person. Okay, so when the question was asked.
bunny ears behind the first person's head, and then
Now we'll just move on to the singing part as well. Like it just sings also.
Not the only ones enjoying a bit of fun here. That play
Let me just fast forward. You can view all of this on their website, by the way.
stood in sleek black and light hue. Engage with us, so
And can you alternate lines?
person with style and speed, person with style and sleek, with a playful moment right in the midst, in the room, in a room where modern lights peak.
Only one line at a time and then stop.
So it can sing as well now. Okay, which is mind blowing. Okay, so yeah, throughout the demo, there was something different with the audio, even in the previous video that we saw, where there was live vision. What was the difference that you could identify? Just put in the chat box or feel free to unmute and answer as well. Oh, hi, Valerie. I just saw you entered. Nice to see you here. Okay, yeah, so my question is, there was something new with ChatGPT audio that was never there previously. It has just come out in this update. Could you identify what that was? Any of you?
That can see the world. This sounds like a plot twist in the AI universe. All right, let's do this.
All
I'm
right,
ready to
please.
meet the
Okay, so two important things here. Just before this as well, AI is now able to also portray a lot of emotions. So at start, when he said that you have to talk to another AI, the first day I was like, oh wow, this is surprising, and that was seen in the tone of ChatGPT. Okay, so now it can give you any tone, any emotion that you want. Earlier, it was a super robotic voice. Right now, you can even change the voice modulation as you want. You can ask it to be angrier, more sweet. You can change it the way you want. So yeah, the tone can be changed. ChatGPT's tone. I think it was there here initially.
I'll be holding it, and so you can direct it, you can direct me to ask questions about whatever you want them to do, but really try to figure out what does it see, and ask questions appropriately. How does that sound?
well. Just when I thought things couldn't get any more interesting.
So there was a laugh as well at the start, and there was a well. So extremely human-centric approach has been taken by OpenAI. Okay, so it really doesn't appear that you're talking to a robot here. It is extremely like a human connection. What's also interesting is now this person was interrupting ChatGPT quite a lot. And earlier, with the previous audio that ChatGPT 4 had, you had to actually wait till ChatGPT finishes narrating the entire thing, and then you had to press the button to say. Now you can just simply, just go ahead and speak whatever you want. It will take that into consideration and give an immediate output. So the time lag has reduced significantly. Okay, so again, very human-centric approach has been taken here. All right. Okay, so this was the second demo, two AIs talking to each other and singing. This has to be the best. I'm sure all the young kids who are there in this call right now will love this. And even those who are parents, I think this is extremely beneficial. I think the future of tutoring is completely changed. by this one update. This video has gone viral on LinkedIn. Like I've seen every post of that appears on my LinkedIn feed is just this video. Okay, this is a 3-minute video, so we'll watch the entire thing.
OpenAI invited myself and my son Imran here to try out some of their new technology. And so we're curious about how good it might be at tutoring someone in math on Khan Academy. So let's get it started.
By the way, this guy is from Khan Academy, which is the #1 edtech platform that had come out the earliest. And it's an open source website.
It's loading up. See our screen.
Actually, in this format.
Hello there.
I can't-
I'm here with my son, and I'd love you to tutor him on this math problem, but don't give him the answer. You can ask questions and nudge him in the right direction, but I really want to make sure he understands it himself. And he's here in the room, so you can talk to him directly.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Let's look at the problem together. Can you first identify which sides of the triangle are the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse relative to angle alpha?
All right, so I'm pretty sure this is the angle alpha right here, right?
Perfect. That's correct. Now, looking at the triangle, which side do you think is the hypotenuse?
Really,
Remember the hypotenuse?
I'm not totally sure. I think it might be this one, but I really am not sure. This side AC.
You're close. Actually, side AC is called the adjacent side to the angle alpha. The hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle and is directly opposite the right angle. Can you find which one is the hypotenuse?
Oh, okay, I see. So I think the hypotenuse is this really long side from A to B. Would that be correct?
Exactly. Well done. Now that you've identified the hypotenuse, can you identify which side is the opposite side to angle alpha?
Okay, well, I mean, you told me earlier that this was the adjacent side, and I know that's the hypotenuse, so I'm guessing that this side, BC, is the opposite side.
Great deduction. That's absolutely correct. Now that you've identified all the sides relative to angle alpha, do you remember the formula for finding the sine of an angle in a right triangle?
Yeah, I know that the sine is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse.
Perfect. That's absolutely right. Now, can you apply that formula to find sine alpha in the triangle using the lengths of the sides that we've identified?
Okay, so I mean, you told me that 7, this side BC, is the opposite side. And then you said that the hypotenuse is the longest side, so that would be this side 8B, which is 25. So would the answer be 7 over 25?
Excellent work. That's correct. Sine alpha equals 7 over 25. You did a great job identifying the sides and using the sine formula. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
OpenAI.
So yeah, so that was really cool, right? Like you can share your screen and you can just do live tutoring, which is amazing. Like I wish I had this back in my school days, but yeah, it's gotten that cool. And you see that with every step, whenever ChatGPT used to speak and he used to give his thoughts that I think this could be it. So it was a very encouraging tutor, right? Like every step felt like, oh wow, I really want to go ahead and try this further. And the end as well, you see how happiness was expressed in ChatGPT's tone. So all of this is now being done, and this is literally the future of tutoring. Yes, Bente.
It's just a comment. It will be interesting to see how the education system will adapt this, because they have to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, really interesting. And the best part about this is you could also, like, at the same time share your screen, and ChatGPT could read your screen as well. And if you're drawing something, it will identify that you're drawing something very unique. All right. Yes. Awesome. So yeah, so this was one interesting upgrade. Now we've come towards the last few minutes, and I also want to talk a little bit about Google's updates. Okay, OpenAI has amazing updates as well. Like, we've covered all the major ones. Basically, I've showed you how a few new prompts can be used now. You can really analyze a lot of data, Excel sheets. Coding has also gotten a lot more better. You can use your phone app and ask it to speak in, you can literally speak to it. I could also show you the demo right now, but the app has really been glitching since morning. Um, I wanted to show that demo as well, like me speaking live with ChatGPT. Let me see if it's working right now. But that was most of it. Yeah, basically you can now interrupt ChatGPT and not have to wait for the entire answer to come. Extremely human-like responses are given. So definitely try this out. And I really want to know from all those who attended in the community group on WhatsApp, if you found out something new or if you tried something new. We would all like to learn from each other. Okay. Yeah, so another interesting thing happened just after the OpenAI event. The next day there was Google I/O event, and these companies have, also showcased the exact same thing. So Google also has live vision right now, which they've named as something called as Project Astra. I'll show you the demo. That's also very cool. But it's really fun to see how all of these tech giants are competing with each other, and it literally happened one day after the other. Okay, so let's see this video. Google also has 2-3 important updates. We'll cover this major update right now. Again, it can see, it has vision. It can see everything in real time and give you updates. Okay, so let me just play this.
Okay, let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound. I see a speaker, which makes sound. What is that part of the speaker called? That is the tweeter. It produces high frequency sounds. Give me a creative alliteration about these. Creative crayons color cheerfully. They certainly craft colorful creations. What is that part of the code?
Okay, we'll just wait for it to buffer a little. Yeah, while that loads. These were the major updates that I wanted to share. Google also has very nice ones. I'll just share it after this. So basically right now, while this is loading, I'll show you the other update of Google. Okay, so if you just go to Google, you now have access to something called as Google Overview, which was available only as an experimental feature in the previous versions that I've showed you. Okay, so I'll just show you one example. Okay, so I'll open Google, I'll type best time to visit Bali. Okay. Yeah, so whenever I type something on Google, it will give me an AI overview. Okay, so AI overview is available on top. Basically, I don't have to sit and go through a lot of these articles. Right? It has saved a lot of my time and effort by just giving me an overview of all the outputs that I wanted. So now I don't have to scroll through multiple articles to get the answer. I'll just get the answer. The best time to visit Bali is during dry season, April to October. And it has given some information. If I want to know more, I'll just click on this down arrow. And I'll get these articles that I can view for further information. And then it has given the busiest times to visit, July, August, and all of that. It has given links along with that. And yeah, so basically you have everything in one go. Your Google has done a lot of these efforts, and basically I think a lot of people are scared that SEO is going to die after this update, search engine optimization, because people used to take a lot of efforts to make their web pages rank very high in search results. But now, because AI overview is available, you won't really, it really won't matter which website links higher. But yeah, this is a constant battle, and I think it's just going to evolve over time. Yeah, so basically AI overview is now available to everyone. You all can just try it out right now as well. It's there on your phone, it's there on your website as well. Okay, let's see if this is working now.
Do? This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AESCVC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV. That's right. What neighborhood do you think?
Hello.
Yeah, anyone has a question? Okay, you can ask your question maybe after this video as well.
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London. It is known for its railway station and transportation connections. Do you remember where you saw my glasses? Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple. What can I add here to make this system faster? Adding a cache between the server and database could improve speed. What does this remind you of? Schrodinger's cat. All right, give me a band name for this duo. Golden Stripes. Nice. Thanks, Gemini.
Okay, so yeah, so basically Gemini has also started doing this right now. Very similar to what OpenAI did with GPT-4o. Vision capabilities have come out and it's getting better. There was one more. Yeah, I think there were two more updates that I wanted to share. I'll just quickly show you. So these are updates related to Google, all right? We've covered OpenAI broadly, but yeah. So now,
Unread email.
yeah. So basically, right now, if you use Gmail a lot, this will be like your side assistant sitting right beside your Gmail inbox, helping you organize everything. Okay, this is like a quick 1-minute video that I'll show you. It is not like it's not yet rolled out to everyone, but it's again going to come out in a few weeks. So by the time this comes out, you'll know what it is.
So let's go to her inbox and take a look. Lots of unread emails. Let's click on the first one. It's got a PDF that's an attachment from a hotel as a receipt. And I see a suggestion in the side panel. Help me organize and track my receipts. Let's click on this prompt. Side panel now will show me more details about what that really means. And as you can see, there's 2 steps here. Step 1, create a Drive folder and put this receipt and 37 others it's found into that folder. Makes sense. Step 2, extract the relevant information from those receipts in that folder into a new spreadsheet. Now, this sounds useful. Why not? I also have the option to edit these actions or just hit OK. So let's hit OK. Gemini will now complete the 2 steps described above, and this is where it gets even better. Gemini offers you the option to automate this so that this particular workflow is run on all future emails. So let's go.
Okay, so that was very interesting. Let's say you open Gmail and you have a lot of receipts. So what Gemini will do for you, or this all just happens by itself, okay? You just have to give a single prompt. You have to say, extract information from this receipt, put it into a Google spreadsheet. So it will do that. And then it will say, for any further receipts I receive in your Google inbox, should I do this going ahead? So every time a new receipt comes in your Google, in your Gmail, a new Google spreadsheet row will be filled with the details of that receipt. And all of this is just automatic. So this was also very nice that Gemini released. All of this is not available, so you won't be able to experiment right now, but just a quick overview of what all is possible, okay? VO is a video generation model that has come out. And if you remember, we have covered Sora, that is OpenAI's video generation tool. Okay, we discussed what it does, and this does exactly the same thing. So now you can simply prompt, give like just a few words. I want a garden that has a lot of greenery, and it will generate very nice videos and give you. Okay. So text to video is out by Google. It's called VEO. Not yet available in my country, so I couldn't try that out. But feel free to just go to VEO on Google and see if it's available in your country. Yes. So this is also AI overviews, which we have covered. Basically, whenever you Google anything, you get an entire overview of that search result. Yes, this was also very cool. They have come out with multi-step reasoning for your search. Okay.
It all starts with a prompt. Okay, so here we go. We're going to Miami. My son loves art. My husband loves seafood. And our flight and hotel details are already in my Gmail inbox. Now, there's a lot going on in that prompt. Everyone has their own things that they want to do. To make sense of these variables, Gemini starts by gathering all kinds of information from search and helpful extensions like Maps and Gmail. It uses that data to create a dynamic graph of possible travel options, taking into account all of my priorities and constraints. The end result is a personalized vacation plan presented in Gemini's new dynamic UI. Now, based on my flight information, Gemini knows that I need a 2.5-day itinerary. And you can see how Gemini uses spatial data to make decisions. Our flight lands in the late afternoon, so Gemini skips a big activity that day and finds a highly rated seafood restaurant close to our hotel. Now on Sunday, we have a jam-packed day. I like these recommendations, but my family likes to sleep in. So I tap to change the start time. And just like that, Gemini adjusted my itinerary for the rest of the trip. It moved our walking tour to the next day and added lunch options near the street art museum to make the most of our Sunday afternoon. This looks great. It would have taken me hours of work, checking multiple sources, figuring out schedules, and Gemini did this in a fraction of the time. This new trip planning experience will be rolling out to Gemini Advanced this summer. It all starts.
Okay, so this was very cool. So basically, if you have a family and let's say each one has their own interests, you're planning a trip, you have your interest, like the type of places you like, the type of cuisines you like to try, and all of that. So all of that data is fed. It will take into account each one's preferences and create a tailored travel plan for you. And the entire, I mean, this used to take so much time before. A lot of travel companies used to do this. I'm not sure what will happen to them now, but all of this is available in like just a fraction of seconds. So very cool. Apart from that, it's technical, but I'll share this thread for anyone who wants to just go through what all Google has come out with. All right. All right. So that was it for today's session. I am open to take any more questions if you have. I'll just give a quick brief of what we have covered. Okay. So we went through what GPT-4 does. We did demo of these 3 prompts. We turned a sketch into a website. We turned a spreadsheet into charts, and we analyzed the stock market. Okay, so these are some prompts that earlier would have given a lot of errors in ChatGPT, but now they work very well. We saw how the Apple's latest update with iOS 18 allows you to control your iPhone and iPad with your eyes using AI. We saw a lot of GPT-4o demos, what all it does with vision, with audio, and all of that in real time. And then we saw all the updates by Google. So Google also did a lot of things that are very similar to ChatGPT, but because it is the leader in search, it has made that even more better. So yeah, this was the most exciting week so far in AI, and I had a lot of fun drafting this presentation and sharing this with you. I hope you guys liked it and you learned something new from this. Let me know how you found this session in the chat, or just feel free to unmute and answer, or any other questions as well.
I really like this update once a week because I don't have the time to. Okay, my sound is very bad.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I really like this update once a week because I don't have the time to check it out myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's thanks for the feedback. And
Mm.
yeah, so basically my task is like just fetching all of the information that's happened and presenting it so that all of your time is saved throughout the week and you can focus on what really matters. So I'm glad you found it useful. Thank you,
Nidhi.
Valerie. Yeah, Valerie.
Yes, just a question. So I know that when you were putting on the text that the chat that the chat for O that it's free. So if you have a subscription with Chat GPT, does it enhance it or does it do anything else, or is still the same?
Yeah, so this is a good question. What it does is basically it gives you 5 times more usage capability as compared to regular users. So regular users have a limit as to how much of GPT-4 they can use. But if you're a paid user, you can actually use it 5 times more. So it doesn't quickly, I think the limit was 4 hours earlier, but with a pro user, you can just go ahead and prompt it 5 times more than the regular users.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, welcome. Awesome. Any other questions? I hope the people who are new here found this useful. And in case anyone is interested to be a part of these weekly sessions where I'll do all the hard work, I'll do all the research and just present it in 1 hour in that week. Yeah, just message me after this is over and I'll be happy to add you as a part of this monthly community. Yes, anything else, just let me know. Thanks, Purva, for that message. Thank you, Arya. Thanks, iPhone. Thanks, Pankaj. Also, by the way, I also host ChatGPT courses. Like I have an entire full-fledged ChatGPT course, which will teach you how to prompt right from scratch. Like if you're a complete noob in this, complete beginner, you will get a pro in ChatGPT by the end of that course. Okay, and it's all at a very reasonable rate. So if you're interested in learning at any point, message me. I'll share those links with you. Thank you, Radhika. It was nice having you here. And thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for listening throughout. Nice having you all here. All right. I'm still here for the next couple minutes if anyone has any questions. Otherwise, all of you can drop off and I'll see you next Friday, 8:30 p.m. Okay, so, thanks, Tithi. Sanika, I had a question. You mentioned the SEO is under a threat now. Could you explain more on it? Okay, so basically, the thing is that earlier people used to take a lot of efforts to rank their web pages higher, right? Now what Google is doing, it's summarizing all those web pages and just giving you one answer. So no matter what SEO efforts you take right now, it is not really going to reflect in your ranking on Google. Okay, so what I'll share a few links that I have with you based on what research has been done. But what I can tell you right now is, if you still want your web pages to rank higher in Google search, you have to have extremely authentic information, extremely human written content, not AI written content. And if your web page has the capability of standing out in terms of information provided, then there are still chances of it appearing among the top few results in Google. So the game has really gotten tough right now with AI overview on Google search, but still, if your content is very different and authentic, you still have a chance to rank higher on Google. I hope that answers your question. All right. Yes, Sanika, if you have any other follow-up questions, let me know. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right.
Hi, Nidhi. Hi. I just wanted to thank you for the session. It was my first time, and it was great. One place stop for all the latest exciting AI news. Yeah, excited for the few next sessions as well. Thank you.
Awesome. It was nice having you here, and I'm glad you found it useful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Awesome. If any other questions are remaining, just feel free to message me on WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn. I think all of you are connected to me in some way or the other. Happy to answer your questions at any point of time. Yeah, that's it for today's session. Thank you. Bye.